Okay, so today we're going to talk about the easiest way to understand your financial statements. But before we begin, let me ask you a question. Why is it important that you understand your financial statements? You understand these numbers. Well, imagine that you were playing a game and you're trying to keep score, but you didn't know how to count. What is the likelihood that you're going to be able to win? Is it higher or lower? The answer is it's a lot lower. If you can't look at the scoreboard and say, hey, I'm losing, I need 10 more points, right? You're going to be in trouble. You're going to find yourself in a position where you got the ball on the 5 yard line and you think that you're about to win. And actually, time has run out and you are the loser. So, if you look at the best performing entrepreneurs on the planet, they all understand financial statements. And so, we're not going to get into all the nitty gritty details about the financial statements. All I'm going to talk to you about today is the first and main financial statement that you're going to be looking at a lot, which is the profit and loss statement. And I'm going to be walking through this using a method that I call the cups and streams method. And so this is a method that I created just to make it really simple for people to understand their financials. And so let's talk, before we get into this statement, let's talk about, just so you can visualize what's actually happening in your business, is you've got a sales funnel. So you're out there pounding the payment and you're bringing in leads and opportunities, and people are seeing your stuff. And if you do a good job in the sales funnel, it creates money, creates all these money. And it's this money flow that's going to enter into your business. So this money flow is what we call revenue. I call it the revenue flow. Think of this as the top of the faucet, your money faucet. This is your cash faucet. And it's going to flow into this first cup. Remember, we're doing cups and streams. So this is the first stream, the top of the stream. And we're going to talk about cup number one. We're going to have another cup on the P&L. There's only 2 cups, by the way. Cup number 1 is variable costs, aka what most people know it as cost of goods sold. So we call it COGS. Imagine that you're Coca-Cola and you're selling Coke bottles, Coke cans. So they have ingredients. They have plastic and aluminum, and they may pay a salesperson a commission for selling a big truckload of Cokes. And so these are things like ingredients and commissions. They're things that happen whenever you sell a widget. So you got your COGS, and you got another cup, and this one's called overhead. I'm going to make sense of this here in just a second. Hang with me. So this flow, this first cup is like, it captures some of that money that you had flowing into the business, unfortunately. And so there's a little bit left over here in this second flow, this second stream. So this is stream number 1. This is stream number 2, called gross profit. So this is what's left over after your revenue flow meets your cost of goods. That's what's left over. So now you got your overhead. This is flowed into, and same thing happens, almost like a waterfall. Some people refer to it as a waterfall. And so your overhead's going to take up some of this stuff. And overhead's things like utilities, salaries, rent. It's stuff that's fixed. It's fixed costs. We'll get into some of the details in that in a little bit. You had 2 cups. You have your first 2 streams and the last stream, stream number 3, which is the most important one. This is net profit. And if you didn't have anything like accounts receivable, or you let a customer pay you in 15 days or 30 days, you didn't have anything like inventory that you carried on your balance sheet, or accounts payable, where a vendor was going to let you pay them in 15 or 30 days. If you didn't have any of that going on in your business, then the amount of cash flowing into your company, less cup number 1, cup number 2, cost of goods and overhead, would equal your net profit. But unfortunately, most businesses don't operate like that. And so that's where most people get really confused. And so in the next video, we're going to talk about the balance sheet and the statement of cash flows. And you're going to see that there's a very simple way for you to understand how all these things fit together. But until you understand the P&L, and you got your 2 cups that people are holding out to take money out of your cash flow stream, And you got these three different types of streams that are basically like levels on a, you can also think of them as levels on a, like a multi-tiered waterfall. And it gets you down to your, what I call the net profit. We're going to understand that more in the next video. So hope that helps.